Hey everybody, here we are tonight. Fight night. Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko. I think this is the epitome of the lightweights right here. These are the top two guys. These are the guys that deserve to be in the big spotlight. I think I actually think it's a better match than Davis versus Garcia. I think that's more of a mismatch. I don't think Garcia's at that level yet. Davis is. But these two guys tonight, this will show us a lot. The matchup, we got Southpaw versus Orthodox. I think it's close. I really do. I think it's a close fight. But I think the size difference is going to matter at one point. They're going to box. When you get two guys that are good, it becomes a chess match. And I think that's what's going to happen tonight, especially with Southpaw. I think Haney's going to, he may be talking big. He may be acting bravado and all that. But when it comes down to it, he's going to be very methodical when he gets in there. He's going to start putting his jab out there. And if he's not landing it easy, he's going to have to just stay busy with it in order to win the rounds, which I think he'll do. I think because of his size, and we saw the trouble Lomachenko had with, Teofimo Lopez, because of the jab, basically. And Haney does have a jab, and he's a much bigger guy than Lomachenko. So I think that's going to play a factor, because he's just going to keep him at bay with the jab as much as he can, if he's smart. I mean, of course, he wants to step up with right hands and left hooks, but I don't think he's going to get the chance to do it. I don't think he lands the jab a lot. I think he controls him with it. There's a difference between controlling somebody with a jab and really beating him up with it. I don't think he's going to beat him up with a jab, but he's going to control him with it, keep him at the end of it. Whether it lands or not, you're going to see rounds come and go. And what happens is a lot of the rounds with top-level fighters like this, they look boring to the common fan, because the common fan generally doesn't know what they're looking at. What you're looking at is two guys who are very good and aren't going for each other's tricks. So I think you're going to see a lot of that, especially early in the fight. If Haney's going to make this a physical fight, I don't think it's the best idea. I think staying long on your jab and just never giving Lomachenko a chance to set up his offense is his best strategy. And I think it works in the long run. I think, if he doesn't let Loma get close enough to, use his angles to slip and counter and his fancy footwork. I mean, Loma can use all the footwork he wants, but if Haney doesn't chase him, the footwork's not going to trick him in or bait him into anything. So you're going to look at a fight that a lot of fans will probably say is boring. But it says the best of the best. I think Haney definitely has the advantage. Not a big advantage. I'm not saying a big advantage, but I think once, the second half of the fight kicks in, it's going to be a more dominant thing for Devin Haney, just because the size difference and his ability to land to not even land the jab, but establish the jab and control his opponent with the jab. If you're hitting a guy on the gloves with a jab and he doesn't have the chance to fire back, you're winning those rounds. You know what I mean? If you touch him every so often in the head with it, or even bring it down to the body, you're winning those rounds if your opponent can't get started. And that's what we saw when Lomachenko fought Teofimo Lopez. So I think it's a similar fight to that. I think it's a similar strategy if Haney's smart, and I'm sure he is smart. The guy isn't undisputed world champion by not being smart. So in my prediction, that's what's going to happen. We'll see what happens after the fight. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I don't think it'll be a lot of fireworks, because both these guys are real technical and they're real good. So, it's kind of like if you ever seen two top-level black belts go at it in jiu-jitsu, it's a slow, methodical fight. These guys aren't going to make any crazy moves to put themselves in jeopardy getting countered until they try to wear their opponent down. You know what I mean? It's a very strategic match. That's what we're looking at tonight. I think it's going to be real strategic. I think these guys are going to pick at each other and try to steal rounds until, you know, of course, poured on at the end. But by that time, once 9 or 10 rounds have gone by, the score's already added up, you know. Now you're just throwing some fireworks to try to, you know, get the fans' approval. But by that time, it's usually too late unless it's real close. It could be close. The fight could be close if Haney can't walk him down for whatever reason. And Lomachenko's movement could make that happen. It's possible. It's hard to do that with a bigger guy. It's real hard to get a bigger guy that's... Now, any ordinary bigger guy, yes, Lomachenko would kill him. But Devin Haney's not just ordinary. He's an exceptional top-level fighter. He's not going to just follow this kid around and walk into traps. So, we'll see what happens. I think it's a close decision for Haney. Not too close, maybe 116, 112, something like that, because I think it'll be close for the first half of the fight. And if it gets to the point to where the bigger man is pretty active, you know, that takes a toll on a guy, on a smaller guy. I box with heavyweights, and I'll be the first to say it's a different world. It's not, you know, I was a light heavyweight myself, and when you box a real heavyweight, it's a different world. It's, you know, it's a different animal. It's like fighting, it's almost like fighting a horse or something, man. It's, you know, you hit them and they don't go nowhere, you know. Even if you hurt them, it's not enough to, you know, it takes so much out of you to hit them with those big shots and dig into their big body. It takes so much gas out of you, and that's what will eventually happen over the course of the fight, you know. Early on, like I said, probably close, but second half of the fight, I look for Haney to pull ahead and probably pull out a decision. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for it, but I think these are, you know, this is a much more even level fight than the one we saw with Davis and Garcia. The winner is probably going to call out Davis, which he should do. I hope that happens, and we go, and that fight gets made. I don't know. I don't know the interests of the camps, so I can't say that I'm really confident that it will get made, but I hope it will. You know, but there's no need to talk about that now. Let's talk about that after the fight, and we have a winner. So, looking forward to tonight. Tune in. Boxing at its best. It's Chris Worsing. Hands up, chin down.